In 1916, amid the horrors of World War I, the world witnessed one of the bloodiest battles in history, the Battle of the Somme. This battle, fought between July 1st and November 18th, was a British-French attempt to break through German lines. However, instead of a quick victory, it turned into a gruesome massacre, costing the lives of hundreds of thousands of soldiers. So, what really happened during these bloody months? And how did the Somme become a symbol of the horrors of trench warfare? By 1916, the Western Front had become a brutal stalemate. Both sides were trapped in deep trenches, with little movement for nearly 2 years. To relieve pressure on the French forces fighting at Verdun, the British and French High Command planned a massive offensive along the Somme River. The goal was to break through German defenses, but the reality was far more devastating. On July 1st, 1916, the British began their attack after a week-long artillery bombardment. The generals believed this would destroy German fortifications, but they underestimated the strength of German bunkers. When British troops climbed out of their trenches and advanced across no man's land, they were met with a deadly storm of machine gun fire. By the end of the first day alone, the British suffered 57,000 casualties, including 19,000 dead, the worst single-day loss in British military history. Over the following months, the battle dragged on in brutal trench warfare. Soldiers faced mud, artillery barrages, and poison gas, fighting for every inch of land. On September 15, 1916, a historic moment occurred, the first ever use of tanks in warfare. The British introduced Mark I tanks, hoping to break through enemy lines. However, these early tanks were slow and unreliable, making only a limited impact. Despite new tactics, the battle remained a grinding war of attrition, with massive casualties on both sides. After 141 days of relentless fighting, the battle finally ended on November 18, 1916. The result? Over 1 million soldiers killed or wounded, with no decisive victory. The British and French had advanced only about 10 kilometers, 6 miles, a heartbreaking cost for such little gain. The Battle of the Somme became a symbol of the senseless slaughter of World War I, demonstrating the horrors of modern warfare. The Battle of the Somme was not just a military engagement, it was a tragedy that defined an era. It highlighted the brutal realities of trench warfare and the desperate need for new military strategies. Despite its failure to achieve a breakthrough, the battle paved the way for future innovations, including the expanded use of tanks and air support.